Aloha, everybody. Welcome back to my Bible study, and we are having today the 13th of May 2024. It's 10:46 a.m. It's 74 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very nice outside. It is no clouds. I mean, later on there are gonna be some thunderstorms and all that stuff. I you can stay at home. If you are at school, stay at school, and just have a have a great time at school. And please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and uh, let's start Bible study. Let's start the Bible study. So today, the harvest of the earth. So today, the harvest of the earth. So today is the harvest of the earth. So today is the harvest of the earth, and I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about harvest of the earth in just a moment. Okay. Okay, so today the harvest of the earth. We are still in Revelation chapter 14. We are still in Revelation chapter 14. So we have like three topics in Revelation chapter 14. So we have to get through those topics. Just like I said, just like I said, the book of Revelation is getting more intense. So be ready for it, okay? Cool. Okay, so the harvest of the earth from Revelation chapter 14, verse 14. Then I saw a white cloud, and seated on the cloud was someone like a son of man, like the son of man. He had a gold crown on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand. Then another angel came from the temple and shouted to the one sitting on the cloud, "Swing the sickle." That was a sickle. Excuse me. For the time of harvest has come. The crop on earth is ripe. So the one sitting on the crown swung his sickle. Over the earth, and the whole earth was harvested. After that, another angel came from the temple in heaven, and he also had a sharp sickle. Then another angel who had the power to destroy with fire came from the altar. He shouted to the angel with a sharp sickle, "Swing your sickle now to gather the clusters of grapes from the vines of the earth, for they are ripe for judgment." So the angel swung his sickle over the earth and loaded the grapes into the grape winepress of God's wrath. The grapes were trampled in the winepress outside the city, and blood flowed from the winepress in the stream about 180 miles long and as high as a horse's bridle. So the harvest of the earth has become. The harvest of the earth has become. It says, "Then I saw a white cloud, and seated on the cloud was someone like the Son of Man." Like the Son of Man, just like you saw. the army of 144,000. You saw somebody, someone like the Son of Man. He had a gold crown on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand, just like the angels. So the angel swung the sickle, and the grapevines, the grapevines. Then another angel came from the temple, and he shouted out the one sitting on the crown, "Swing the sickle, for the time of harvest has come. Then the crop on the earth is ripe." So the one sitting on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the whole earth was harvested. So the whole earth was harvested. After that, another angel came from the sickle. Then another angel, who had a power to destroy with fire, came from the altar. He shouted to the angel with a sharp sickle, swing your sickle now to gather the clusters of grapes from the vines of the earth, for they are ripe for judgment. So those are the grapes of judgment. So the angel swung his sickle over the earth and loaded the grapes into the grape wine presses of God's wrath. So those were the grapes of judgment that made the wine of God's wrath. See what's going on? So the angel swung the sickle, and then the angel swung the sickle, and then he created something like this, like the grapes of judgment, and the grapes of judgment were made the wine of God's wrath. See what's going on? See what's going on? So the angel swung his sickle over the earth and loaded the grapes into the grape wine presses of God's wrath. The grapes were trampled in the wine presses outside the city, and blood flowed from the wine presses in a stream about 180 miles. That's a long distance. Long and as high as a horse's bridle. So that was there were the angel coming from the temple, coming from the altar, coming from and the angel who had a power to destroy with fire swung those sickles, and then they made they made the grapes of judgment, and then those grapes of judgment were like, it went to those wine pressers, and they made a wine of God's wrath, and that the blood was running around. The blood was running for over 180 miles, and then and as high as horse's bridle. Is it a high? This is very high. It's very a long distance. This is very long distance. This is really this is really like long distance. So there was this Son of Man. So there was the Son of Man, and then there were those angels coming from the temple, the altar, and the one who another angel came from the temple and shouted to the one sitting on the cloud, swing the sickle, for the time of the harvest has come. The crop of the on the earth is ripe. So the one sitting on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the whole earth was harvested. After that, another angel came from the temple in heaven, and he also had a sharp sickle. Then another angel who had a power to destroy with fire. So those three angels were. So the Son of Man was sitting on the cloud. The three angels were keeping those sickles, and then when they swung those sickles, the blood from the blood from the grapes ran over 180 miles and as high as a horse's bridle. You know how high is this? Horse's bridle. It's very cool what the Book of Revelation is doing to us, isn't it? It's very cool how the angels are doing that. How God was explaining the Book of Revelation like this. God is explaining the Book of Revelation. John wrote it, but God is explaining the Book of Revelation. See what's going on? God is explaining the Book of Revelation, so you cannot change the word in the Book of Revelation. That's the only book that you cannot change the word of it. You cannot change the word of it because it's the most important book in the Bible. It's the last book in the New Testament. So God is explaining, which is Jesus. Jesus is explaining what is gonna happen before he returns, and in Revelation chapter 14:14, there's a harvest of the earth. So the thing is, so here's the thing. The harvest of the earth. First the Lamb and the 144,000, then the three angels, and then the harvest of the earth. See what's going on here? Those are those three events that are happening in the book of Revelation, chapter 14. Chapter 14. Those are those three events. The Lamb and 144,000, which is an army. Then the three angels. Are coming over. And then the harvest of the earth. Those are those three events that are happening. That they are happening right now in the book of Revelation. The harvest of the earth. So the earth was harvested by those, but the grapes of judgment. The grapes of judgment, and the grapes of judgment were made by the angels to make the wine of the wrath of God. Wrath of God. So that's the whole point of this. So that's the whole point of the book of Revelation. So the Lamb of the 144,000 was first, then the three angels, and then the harvest of the earth. Then the earth was the harvested. The harvested. It was harvested. So what do we mean by this? Harvested. Let me check. Harvested. Harvested means catch or kill, remove. So harvested means that that means that when the earth was harvested, that means the earth was removed. We don't know. We don't know. The book of Revelation knows that. We are reading this. We are and I am teaching you this. We are trying to explain what is going to happen before Jesus returns, but we don't know the word harvested. We don't know the word harvested, the harvest of the earth. The two events are happening, and then there's the harvest of the earth. And there's the harvest of the earth, and then another angel came from the temple and to the one sitting on the cloud swing the sickle. For the time of harvest has come, the crop of the earth is ripe. On earth is ripe. So the one sitting on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the whole earth was harvested, was completely removed. The earth was completely removed. So how people were living when the whole earth was removed. After that, another angel came from the temple in heaven, and he also had a sharp sickle. Then another angel who had a power to destroy with fire. Wow. Power to destroy with fire came from the altar. He shouted to the angel with a sharp sickle. Swing your sickle now to gather the clusters of grapes from vines of the earth, for they are ripe for judgment. When the earth was harvested, the whole earth was removed. So how in the world the angels got the grapes from the earth when the earth was removed? That is a mystery, my friends. That is a mystery. Angels can do anything. God can do anything. God can do some miraculous things. God can do God can do good things, but the problem is the earth is removed. They could be like, what the heck is going on? I removed the earth and then got the grapes of judgment. What in the world did you do? What did you do to your earth? What did you do to the earth since when you can? Since when the earth is removed? Since when the earth is removed, you can get grapes, because grapes are fruits from the earth. So when the angels remove the earth, there's no grapes. That is so confusing, isn't it? That is so confusing. But God is not focusing on confusing other people. God is focusing on saving other people, taking them to the kingdom of heaven. Just like we're gonna go to kingdom of heaven, and my friends are gonna kingdom of heaven. Do you remember when I was talking about last time about uh, the three angels? My message was follow the true person. Follow the true person. Your family is following you, but you following God. So you together following God. You follow God, you go to kingdom of heaven. Friends and family are following you. Those who are your friends are following you. Following you. They are your disciples. God is your leader. You follow God. You're going with God. You are kind of the director of you're kind of like a pilot. Like God and you are the pilots, and your family and friends are behind you, so they are following you. See what's going on? See what's going on? You follow somebody who is your friend, somebody who is your member of the family. They follow you, and you follow God. See what's going on? And this is what happens, and this is what happened with the harvest of the earth. This is what happens of the harvest of the earth. So those are the three events that we did in Revelation chapter 14, and we got Revelation chapter 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We have not much to preach the book of Revelation, and after the book of Revelation, we're gonna move to the book of Philippians. Yes, so that's the idea of it. So thank you so much for listening with me to Revelation chapter 14. We did the whole Revelation chapter 14. We're going to move to Revelation chapter 15 tomorrow. And don't forget to subscribe, to hit the like button, to hit that notification bell, and share it with your friends. God will bless you for this. And I will see you next time. See you later, and have a great week.